He was the fiercest member of the Yakuza, a man who left countless underworld legends in his wake. They called him the Immortal Dragon. Konnichiwa anime and manga fans, it's Miss Animanga here and welcome back to my channel where I share anime and manga related content. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and it's super productive. And how have you been finding the new anime season? I've tried to stay away from like my typical top 3 shonen shows, but you know, like Hero Academia, to try and branch out to other shows, but I haven't. Basically, I feel like I've been reading more manga instead rather than watching anime. And speaking of manga, the other day I went to a bookstore. A few of my family members like books, so I went there, and the shop that I was going into, the bookstore that I went to is called Waterstones. Only bookstore so far that I've come across which does have manga, but the manga is very limited because they normally have the, you know, the Tokyo Ghouls, the Attack on Titan, and that's about it. But I've already watched the, you know, anime adaptation. Avoid the manga section. But the other day when I went there, I came across this. So this is something that's completely different. This was the only thing that I've not come across, like, you know, like the typical Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. So this manga is called The Way of the House Husband. So obviously I picked it up because I'm like, wow, yeah. So basically this manga is about, I'll just read he was the fiercest member of the Yakuza, a man who left countless underworld legends in his wake. They called him the Immortal Dragon. But one day he walked away from it all to travel on another path. The path of the house husband. I picked it up because that was the only different genre, different style of manga that I've ever come across, so I picked it up. A few things that I particularly liked about this, I read it all in one setting because it's kind of like not a lot to read. So I read it all in one sitting, and basically the things that I loved about this, number one is of course the cover. The cover, because of course it's a contrast. You see a very serious, scary looking guy, and he's wearing an apron, carrying shopping, and basically, yeah. So my favorite part is when Tatsu, that's the main character, basically he gets a visit from a salesperson who's selling knives, and yeah, like, you know, they kind of shows him like looking like all dangerous, and the salesperson looks a bit nervous and he's like, oh my god, like whose house is this? But then Tatsu shows the contrast side of him being the house husband, and he's like, you know, slicing vegetables and making dinner. So it's awesome because you just kind of see a different side to him. Like, you're expecting the scary, you know, gangster. And I also love because, you know, his appearance is so scary. Well, he doesn't look so scary, but his appearance is meant to be serious, stone cold. His scar, of course, it just shows you like he's a very serious Yakuza, but actually he's kind of sweet because he's a house husband and he's looking after his wife. And I think my other favorite part so far is when he meets his rival gang, and he's riding on his bike, and then he stops and he bashes into the rival gang. So they think they're being attacked or whatever, and then he's like running off because he's actually running to a bargain hunt sale type of thing that's going on. So they're like rushing in and following him, and then he's like telling them, hold this. So they're like, fuck. Dude, like, we're supposed to be fighting, I'm guessing, but basically he's not doing that. They're so confused, like, why are we in a bargain hunting situation? We're supposed to be fighting. But yeah, I think that everything is completely well drawn out. That's one thing that I love about it. The manga itself is really well drawn. The characters are well drawn. It shows you, of course, the dragon tattoo. Dude is building a knife, and you know, next thing you just see like he's putting on an apron and he's cooking breakfast. And the funniest part was when he's taking pictures. So he's taking pictures of like, yeah, so the funniest part is when he's actually taking pictures of the food that he's made for his wife. So I thought that was really sweet and really funny. Yeah, I think it's like a really wholesome slice of life. The series is currently ongoing. I've not come across any other manga. Well, I've not gone back to the bookstore to check, but I think the series is ongoing. Seeing the Yakuza doing normal stuff like cooking and then Instagramming. Well, I don't know if he's putting it on Instagram, but he's cooking and of course he's taking pictures of like the cute lunch that he's made. I can't think of anything that I currently dislike because I'm really enjoying it. There's nothing I don't like about it at this particular moment. But I highly recommend this to anyone who loves slice of life, you know, day-to-day type of stuff. It's a comedy slice of life. There's no magic, it's just, yeah, it's actually a really good read. It's a really, really good, simple read, and I actually enjoyed it. If I was to score this out of 5, I would give it maybe like a 4 for, especially for originality. And you know, the manga art is like 5 because it's so good, especially the drawing of the dragon tattoos. Like those tattoos look amazing. And overall enjoyment, I think I'll give it like about a 5 because I do enjoy it. It's simple, straight to the point, funny, you know, Yakuza turned to house husband, and yeah. Let me know in the comment section below if you have read The Way of the House Husband. Actually, there is actually a Japanese drama that I watched a few years back about a salaryman that turned into a house husband. Yeah, that was, I can't remember what it was called, but it was really good. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you know the name of that Japanese drama. And that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this manga review, and if you have any questions or any suggestions of any other manga reviews that you want me to do let me know in the do let me know in the comment section below. Also, where can a girl find some manga in the UK? Is there like a shop that you've come across? Definitely not in London because I don't live in London. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. See you on my next video. You have a lovely evening, and yeah, bye bye.